Hey guys, welcome to Roll Minnesota, your state of skate. Hey, I'm Butch Lehman, and for today's episode of Rolling Reactions, I decided we'd take a look at a rollerblader who's been lighting it up on Instagram, producing quality content on a consistent basis. He's out of Europe, and his name is Nick Lomax. So, the cool thing about Nick is as I was searching for him in YouTube, it dawned on me just how much content Nick has produced over a few short years. Nick produces more videos than just about anybody that I know, and they're quality videos. He's got some really good stuff. So with that in mind, I picked a few videos that we're going to take a look at today, starting with his Doing My Thing section. Then we'll look at a few pieces that he did with USD, and finally we're going to wrap it up on a really artistic full film called Our Kid. It's going to be good stuff, and Nick, if you're watching this, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're a great ambassador to blading. Anyway, let's get into it. All right, so this first piece is an edit that he titled Doing My Thing, and this is a recent one. This is from 2019, so I thought we'd start it out with something a little bit more familiar for those of you that know Nick, and then we'd take it back to the earlier stuff. Nick has been a great representative for USD company for a number of years, and you're seeing him rock the USD, I think those are throne skates here in this video. He's got some amazing lines on this ledge. Going full TTP there. It's not going to be the only one, though. You notice that one was right foot. Now he's going left foot on this series. And then right foot there. So definitely some technical dexterity. And I don't know what it is about Europe, but there's all these, like, at least it seems from videos as we're watching in America, all these, like, weird wedges and transitions and stuff coming out of random areas. I don't know. Europe, I think you guys got lucky with that. There's transition obstacles in the streets. That's not common over here in the US. That was a nice 360. And this up ledge, this thing looks amazing. And I really like the next trick that's coming. Fast plant out spin TP. Speaking of doing his thing, Nick is going to put on a little show for these kids. Going hurricane topsoul. You know I like that trick. That's always a good trick. Shout out too on whoever edited this video, that transition with the zoom in to the rail with all the uprights, and then the transition into that same type of shot for the next video. It was really cool, so I like that a lot. Going over the rail. You guys know a line's coming. What's it going to be? Back to the rail. Going wall ride. Coming in fakie. Zero spin back royale. I like the interactions with the kids. It's always something that's cool to see. Need a little bit of work on the high-fiving skills, though. I think he was teasing the kids there. What is this, anyway? Is this like an electrical box or an AC unit? It's a big leap back after that alley-oop TP. Looks like it was switched, too, apparently. It's really hard for me to tell what's switch and what's regular for Nick. He's been skating so long and is so good at it that when there are switch tricks, they look regular, and he does everything both ways, so hard to tell.
However you do it, stay creative.
Ooh, looks like he's gathering an audience for the next trick. Ouch. Never let the rail own you. I think that's what Arlo said. So get your revenge, Nick. There you go. This is the best. Great ender, topsoul. Quick alley-oop topsoul. No time to transition into 3 topsoul. Nice skating, Nick. This was a good one. We're going to take a look back at some of your older stuff now. We'll go ahead and get the slow-mo before we move on. So good. All right, now we're going to rewind it back 6 years. We're going back to 2013 when Nick was chosen as UK Skater of the Year. Quite an honor. I think it's something that he definitely deserved, and this section This little profile will help demonstrate why he was worthy of that title. Definitely some ominous music here, and I like the B-roll. For those of you that are into making your own skate videos, B-roll is super important. It's not just about capturing the tricks, but you need to get the atmosphere, the setting, the ambiance to establish, that mood that you're going for in the video. Coming in fast for this 540. That's one of the other things. Nick has some of the best looking 540s in the game. I'm remembering back to that competition. I can't remember which one, but he hit his head on a steel beam doing a 540 and got knocked out. That definitely was not one of his better 540s. I mean, I'm sure it would have been amazing had it not been for that steel beam there, but he just aired too high, apparently. Look at that. Huge disaster. That would be terrifying. This ramp looks fun. I want this thing in my backyard. Big flat spin over the spine. By the way, this skate park setup looks amazing. I feel like Europe has some of the best skate parks too. Lots of round stuff to skate. They have more of the traditional wooden style transition ramps. I'm thinking of Unit 23 skate park. He really grabbed that thing. Wow. This is so good. The risk on that trick, pretty high. Speaking of risk, looks like he's out tripod filming by himself doing hurricane topsouls down rails. Who does that? I feel like that's the type of trick that you want other people to be around. That's not a tripod trick. Unless you're Nick Lomax. Lost the hat. Ooh, those square rails can be scary. It's making everything look so smooth and casual. Even here, we've got people sitting and watching, and they don't really know what they're getting into, but that's what happens when, you're out in public and there's skating to be done. Transfer rail, that's a ton of speed to carry into that. Could be so deadly, but he laced it. All right, guys, we're going to switch over to the next one. Now, I'm not sure if this was Nick's first pro skate. I think so. I'm not entirely sure. This is 2014. Nick put out this edit to promote his Pro USD Throne, and definitely went hammers in this section. And I could understand why. It's his pro skate. He wants to demonstrate and prove to the world that he's worthy of it. And as if he needed to prove it already, we already know. But we'll know even more after this. That was so clean. Into the steep bank. Ooh. Yeah, that's the thing about missing rails is something's got to give, and there's not really a good option for what gives. Sometimes it's the ribs, sometimes it's the shins, sometimes it's the crotch. But what you want to do is what he just did there. That's just lace it first try and get out. Mentioned this before, but Nick's 540s are legendary. So are his Torx cess slide like that. He just holds that sucker right out there. See, this is the kind of spot that I want to skate. I can't really see the purpose of this spot, but if you're going to 900 something, that's the spot to do it on. I don't think that gate's attached to anything. That makes that a little bit more deadly. Could easily swing open on you. There's the fish. In this video section, this wall ride is actually one of my favorites. It's a zero spin, super high up on the wall. Right foot, left foot. Which one switch? Well, he murdered that rail. Time to move on to a new spot. Really quick in-spin wall ride here. Nice little line, too, because that's a pretty long backslide, and even with a little bit of drop on the side, you know, that makes it harder. And Nick is wall riding everything in this video, and that was a big wall ride. That was nice. Ooh, what are we setting up for here? Rail transfer. 5 out? Yeah, getting the mute grab in there too. That's what I'm talking about. So much speed into this fake E3. Look at this. Look how much distance he covers. Very interesting obstacle there. And I have to say, that's the weirdest way to end a video section, is just to growl into the camera while holding a light. But that's what we got. Anyway, we got one more section for you guys. Hold tight. So this piece is a piece of art. It's a masterpiece. It's a 13-minute profile that's almost like a documentary travel video covering Nick Lomax's journey through various places. We won't watch the whole thing, but I want to give a sampling of this because the cinematography and the artistry of this is so high caliber that it's worth taking a look at. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to watch the rest of this section. It's pretty masterful, if I do say so myself. Color grading is beautiful. The camera work is amazing. We're doing true spin, like crossover X grinds. I mean, I love pieces like this, and I think they're becoming more commonplace in rollerblading to sort of leave behind the traditional 3-minute section where it's primarily focused on the skating. And now it's more about the cinematography, the travel aspect, capturing the personality of not just the skater, but the place that they're skating. And again, the level of artistry is very high on this. Level of skating, too. Just if you can have both those things hand in hand, that's entertainment. Going in fakey to the steep bank. A lot of risk on that one. Such a smooth true topsoul, and I like the way he jumps out of it here. You know, because he could just like drop off the ledge, but instead he gets that like almost shifty hurricane topsoul. You guys know I love that trick. Got some spotters down at the bottom, keep him from running into the wall. That's what friends are for. And there's that Nick Lomax 540 again. Carrying a lot of speed into that corner of the bowl. I'm a sucker for flat spins. I like flip tricks. I like big spins. I'm kind of a park skater primarily, so I always like seeing those types of things in an edit. And often they're not included in street style edits. But you know, there's nothing wrong with some park clips. If you're the type of person that likes to skate park too, throw in some park. That's totally fine. So I believe this piece was released in 2019 as well, just last year. And again, it's a really cool documentary style piece. Nick kills it. It goes on for quite a bit yet. We'll watch a little bit more, but then we're going to cut to the end and wrap things up here. But again, just look at the beautiful cinematography work as we get to see the cities and the environments that we're skating. because making a video is a lot like telling a story. You want to have a plot and a conflict, and those are the tricks. You want to have characters, and that's your skater. Part of the job of an editor and a cinematographer is to communicate that character's personality through their skating. But we also need setting, and that's the part that people overlook sometimes, because the setting is integral in telling a story. And often the setting interacts with the characters and helps define what their conflict is. And for us as skaters, that's certainly true, because that is our conflict. It's a person versus self conflict as we're trying to overcome our environment. We find a spot, we decide a trick, and then it's a battle with the environment. So I don't know. Sorry for the ramble, guys, but I just think it's a really cool way to implement storytelling visually into a skate edit. This is a bucket list spot for me for sure. It's like having a down ledge, but also a down rail, both at the same time. And that's a lot of what I've been seeing Nick skating on Instagram lately, is he's putting out flip tricks and unconventional clips on a regular basis. And I think that's really interesting to watch. So great ambassador, great promoter for USD, for his other sponsors, and just for skating in general. Well, I think that's where we're going to wrap up this one. Again, there's more to be seen. Definitely check out the rest of this video. It's a really cool one. All right, guys. Well, that was our check-in with Nick Lomax. I mean, he's the type of person that has produced so much content in a short period of time that we could do multiple videos on Nick. Definitely check out some of his other skating. He's an amazing skater, an amazing representative of the sport of rollerblading, and he's always bringing something new to the table, which I totally appreciate. Anyway, guys, I'm Butch Lehman of Roll, Minnesota, and remember to support our supporters out there. They're out there putting in the good work to make rollerblading a better, stronger, more tight-knit industry for the rest of us. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and get out there and do some rollerblading. We'll see you guys next time. Peace, everybody.